What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for a long-awaited Gen 4 league. I found one. Gavin Lemons, who you all know as Griffin2448 on YouTube, is hosting a Gen 4 league season, whatever this is, of some sort. So you all know I've been looking for a Gen 4 league now to get some laps in and become more comfortable and get some more seat time in this car. And we found one. So big thanks to Gavin for allowing me to come out and join the crew. I'm very excited to make my DDP Diet Dr. Pepper League debut tonight. Feel pretty good. Again, we're here just to get some seat time, have some fun, learn. That's the name of the game, is learning for sure. But I feel pretty good about it. We'll have to just see how it goes. I think we can probably run 10th or so. Top 10 would be good. But yeah, it's just going to be about playing the long game, trying to understand the tires, learn the car, learn how it responds, all this other stuff. So if you haven't subbed to Gavin on YouTube, make sure you go sub and check out his channel. He posts all sorts of great content. We had a lot of great battles back last year, or early this year. I think it was last year, in Nick Neben K5 Street Stock Series. We had a lot of great fights there, up in the top 5 in points. So it was a lot of fun. Very excited to be here tonight. 80 laps should be pretty fun. Hopefully it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, don't really know what to expect. Don't have any laps here at Charlotte other than this 15-minute kind of warm-up practice thing. But that's kind of, again, the point. That's kind of why we're here. I knew shorter tracks, plate tracks, obviously, I'm always bad at plate tracks, but shorter tracks and mile and a halfs were going to be where it was hardest for me to get comfortable and get up to speed. I feel pretty good on the, difficult tracks, tire-weary tracks, slidey tracks, and this isn't really one of those. We use a slightly modified version of the fixed sets, so we'll see how it goes. Should be a lot of fun. Very excited again to be a part of this. So thanks, Gavin, again once more for allowing me to be here and join up on this. I'll make as many of these as I can. Don't have a real plan set on or anything like that, but I'm gonna do my very best. We'll see what I can make work and how many I can get to. I'd like to get to all of them, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. Let me know what you think of the Gen 4 car. Now that it's been a little while. Yesterday you saw my Darlington video, and that was recorded quite a few days ago now, or at least a couple days ago. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can do well and learn a lot. So a lot of great drivers, a lot of fast guys that you'll recognize. Gavin, Leighton, Bryce, good buddy Bryce, Colton, Warren, Nick, Eric, Allen, Daniel, Charles, Hester, Ian, Chad, Tilbury, Nick, and Raymond. I mean, we've raced all those guys. So looks like 26 cars here tonight. Should be a lot of fun. We'll have to see how it goes. Hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully it's fun. And hopefully we can do okay. So number one goal, though, is to learn. I live and die, as you all know, by being clean, being respectful, and trying to be as respectful and caring and clean and smart of a driver as I can be. And that's going to be the key here to earn some respect for some of these guys. And again, learn as much as I can. So let's get on the grid. We're rolling off 6th, which isn't too bad. Again, if we could just kind of settle around 10th or so, that would be fine by me. And hopefully have a good race, learn a little bit about the tires and the air and everything else. So yeah, let's get on the grid and get ready to rock and roll. I think we have 2 sets laying. Yep, we do indeed have 2 sets laying. Feel pretty good about where we're at. Apparently I used 10% of my right front in my 2Q laps, which is bonkers, but whatever. Did hit the wall on my second lap, but it wasn't going to be faster anyways, so it's all good. Very excited. Again, 26 cars. Hopefully it'll be a nice, clean race. Sounds like it could be, should be. Going to be able to go probably just past halfway on fuel would be my assumption. And yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear and hopefully it goes well. So I hope you all are having a great day. Again, when you're seeing this, I am in, or I'm out of town, I should say. But again, still have a couple hopes to get week 1 videos in. Tuesday of next week, I have a very, very special video that you all will see. Should be a great time. I'm very excited for you all to see that. I worked really hard on that one and put a lot of time and thought into that one. So, but we'll still have week 1 videos at some point. We'll get something recorded and put out. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully you won't die here, wreck anybody. But I hope you have a great day, great weekend, and enjoy some good Gen 4 action screaming at 9,500 RPM at Charlotte. So let's go. We are ready, waiting on one more car, it looks like, to grid, but then we will be rolling off. Like I said, 26 cars here tonight. Again, you're going to see a lot of familiar names. We're just going to have to play it by ear, play the long game. Hopefully it's fun, and we'll see how we do. So I appreciate you all so much, and we're going to be rolling for a base lap here. Of course, got my CF Mobile Ford Taurus. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll try to remember post-race to give a look at that. Luca painted up for me. Very, very beautiful. I absolutely love it. The Lightning Mobile is back in Gen 4. Looks great. Luca put a lot of hard work into this, and another paint scheme that hopefully we'll get to show you at some point later on. Going to run this one for a little while, but some special events we might run the other one. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Very excited. Got to be mindful on restarts and some wheel spin, especially if we get some worn tires at some point for a restart, but even here. So 80 laps is going to take a little while, but should be a lot of fun. Should be very fast, entertaining, and I'm really loving this car, so I'm really excited to learn more about it and try to get a little bit better. So again, I appreciate you all so much. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. Wasn't a great start, but we were able to get rolling. Got all the gears, and we're going to settle into 6th place here in the first set of corners, so definitely could have been a worse start. 24 going to rip around the top. We'll just leave him a lane out there to make sure he can carry his momentum. That's quite an aggressive first lap there by Eric, but again, he's very, very talented, very fast. I am going to go into full conserve mode here because I don't really know what we're dealing with as far as long run handling. I expect it to definitely build some nose shove, but we are going to get free as the run goes on for sure. So haven't run more than about a 15 lap run, so definitely going to just be out here again, learning, exploring, taking our time. And again, if we can just kind of run and finish around 10th place, I'll be very happy with that. So playing the long game here tonight, big picture. Don't want to do anything silly or dumb. First time racing with this group in this setting. Again, a lot of these guys are K5 guys, a couple of JKR guys, a lot of names that we know and have raced with a lot, but don't want to make a fool out of myself here. First time in DDP, so we'll just be nice and patient, nice and smooth. Try to take care of it. See how we cycle out here as we go. Not burn the front off, not burn the right rear off, and see where that puts us. So again, Dover and Darlington, although I learned a lot about the car and how it likes to be driven and how it handles, obviously not a whole lot of correlation or carryover to what we're doing here tonight. So trying my best to just kind of learn on the fly again, take things very slow, very smoothly, and be patient, but that's easier said than done, of course. Big slide there from Warren through the center of the corner. He got either a little bit tight or a little bit free, tucked up under Bryce there, but we all sorted out, get back to single file. These cars don't really like going straight, and they're quite a handful on worn tires down the front stretch. I was even feeling that within the 15 lap run I did, so definitely got to make sure you straighten out these dog legs in the quad oval here. Bryce seems to be holding us up a little bit. We'll just go to the top, see if we can follow Warren and roll around here. Again, don't want to run too hard or charge too much, but also don't want to get too bogged down, so we'll go to the top here on Bryce. Entry into 3, because I'm sure he's going to have his nose back underneath there. Try to roll around this top seam. We'll get clear. That's P6 it looks like. We did lose that spot to Eric early on, but we'll get back to P6 now. Again, no real hurry, so just cruising, happy to follow Warren. Do have to be a little bit careful of the aero wash and the dirty air off of the 50 car ahead of us. Aero wash and the dirty air, not a huge deal in this Gen 4 from what I found. You can definitely feel it, it's definitely there, and you definitely have a handling change and can overheat the front tires, but it doesn't really change your car handling that much. It just really wears out your tires and changes kind of your line you have to run, but it doesn't, it's not like the next gen or even the Xfinity or truck now where you're getting dirty air and it's like a totally different car type of thing. So that's nice actually, but you know, again, still takes some precision, some time, some patience, and kind of understanding again, not just the big picture, but how to drive around it. So front 4 are gone, Warren up ahead of us. Content to enter a little bit higher and a little bit harder. Looks like some weird net code going on there where it's looking like he's drilling the fence every time he gets in the corner. I'm assuming he's not. But we're already done with 7 laps, so we're coming up here to 10% of the way through. Again, going to be a 1 green flag pit stop here. If it goes green, we can go probably 50 to 55 laps, I would think, on a tank of fuel. Trying to hook Warren here down the straightaway would be good. Go to the outside of the orange mobile in turn 3. Try to roll around the top. Again, you're going to use a little bit of a tire doing that, but I'd like to get out in clean air and set my own pace. Again, the cars out in front there, Colton, Eric, Layton, and Gavin, all 4 very, very fast, very accomplished drivers. Their trips behind us there. Warren kind of got stuck in the middle of Nick and Alan, so they're going at quite hard right behind us. But so really, really good drivers, all 4 of these guys ahead of us. So they're going to be fast. They're going to know what they're doing, and I'm content just to, again, make some laps here. So still not pushing too terribly hard. Obviously, you're trying to make lap time and make sure you're not losing tenths and full seconds even, but not exactly pushing the issue. Just trying to get, again, a read, a measure of what we're dealing with here as far as tire wear, tire heat, handling characteristics. Not going to be a perfect one-to-one because, again, we're not using quite the fix set. We're using a modified fix set that Gavin put together. So I am more than content to just stay nice and chill, be patient, and just, again, learn about kind of how the car develops in the long run. So I'll shut up for a couple laps while we're here in a little bit of a chill position and let you listen to this gorgeous thing sail down the straightaways. So 12 laps down already. Lost about 2.5 or 3 seconds up to that front group. Perfectly content. Our lap times aren't awful. We're thereabouts. And again, we're kind of just controlling our pace right now. Don't know if we're still burning the tires up and we're going to fall back, or if we're actually doing a good thing and we're going to end up going forwards. Not sure. It doesn't really matter. All about learning, experimenting, trying stuff. Trying to figure this puppy out. Easier said than done, of course, to just make laps and try to learn. But that's what's required first week of a new car. So Ian behind us caught up quite a bit there for a couple laps. He was charging pretty hard. Looks like he's back under attack from Nick again. So I'm content with the pace we're running. It seems like we're in a good spot pace-wise, and we're obviously doing a little better on tires currently than some. A lot of people seem like they're struggling a little bit. People slip sliding away, but we're kind of maintaining with that front group. We obviously have lost the 2.5 seconds, but I feel like they're no longer pulling us 0.2 a lap like they were those first couple. So pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with where we're at. Obviously, the undercut's going to be quite strong around here. The fall off is quite drastic at Charlotte. Looks like 24 of Eric there has gone to the point. Passed Gavin for the first time on lap 15. A little bit of a nose shove there into 3. Overdrove entry just ever so slightly. So yeah, we're cruising. Again, you're going to recognize a lot of these people. We've had great battles in the Wet Weather Championship before with Alan, Gavin again, some other people. So we've had a lot of good racing with a lot of these guys. Just first time kind of doing a high-speed oval race with them in this DDP format. So again, big thanks to Gavin for inviting me out and allowing me to join in on the fun. Was very excited to get into a Gen 4 league, and we found one that just so happens to be with a good number of people that I already know, so that's good. But yeah, so if you haven't checked out Gavin's channel before, or if it's your first time watching me, hope you're enjoying it. Griffin2448 again is his channel, great followers, really, really nice guy actually too. So yeah, but if it is your first time here, I appreciate you so much. Again, hope you drop that like, sub down below. Hope you enjoy the content, enjoy the action. We'll have plenty more good iRacing content, oval and road, amongst other things. So coming up the quarter distance here already. Race flying by. It's amazing what happens when you get nice, good, long green flag runs. Again, I figured we'd struggle here a little bit. just for pure pace, and we're really going to struggle on the short tracks. That's going to be my detriment for sure in cars with this much power, with this kind of handling. I've never even been good in like be open on the short tracks. Really always been a struggle for me. Road courses, if there are any, again, will be something that suits me. We'll just have to wait and play that by ear and see what happens. Plate tracks, again, not going to suit me, but those are just kind of a crapshoot of hanging out and waiting to see what happens anyhow. So I feel good. We're in a good spot. You can see Alan there 1 second back, but he's 3 cars behind. So we're starting to spread out just a little bit. Again, maybe I've shredded my tires off. Maybe I'm doing okay at least. Don't think we'll be the best in the field, but if we can just kind of run in the top 10 and finish up here, I think we'll be doing okay. Don't really know what the strategy is. Just going to kind of wait for someone else to blink and make a move, and then we'll see if we want to follow them, copy them, or what we want to do. So I'm content here. Looks like Gavin's fallen back to 4th now. Led the first 15 laps or so, and now is back at the tail end of that lead pack. So we'll see if he starts to drip back towards us or not. Eric still leading, Colton 2nd, Leighton now 3rd, Gavin 4th. We still ride in 5th. JP and Nick having a great battle behind us for 6th. These cars definitely are fun. They definitely handle, again, I've talked about this, like 75% Xfinity, or old Xfinity, I guess the current Xfinity tire isn't quite like this, but a couple tire miles ago Xfinity, and then like 25% 87s, because you definitely still got to take care of the fronts. So it is quite fun, it is quite engaging, and you can definitely get it wrong and pay for it. So I'm very entertained. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Glad I got to do a league here that I can trust people. We're going to get some long runs and get to learn again a little bit more about the tires, so I'm very excited about that. Haven't killed myself yet, and we're 21, almost 22 laps in here, so we're catching these guys ahead like a quarter of a tenth a lap. It's been like 5 or 6 laps since I said that last, and we've gained like literally 2/10. So it's not nothing, but it's not exactly making big inroads or chunks out of this, so that's okay though. Again, we're just going to be basically waiting for someone to blink and come to pit road. Expect it to be someone in the mid-pack that splits us right in half. We probably want to go a little further than that, you know, 45 to 50 if we can, especially if we're not really running down any of the guys in front of us and not going anywhere. Again, you can see they're on the relative end in the map. They're starting to spread out a little bit, starting to run some different lines, move around, try to find more grip, try to preserve some tire if they've used too much. Easier said than done, of course, but it's all a long waiting game to try to do your best on the long run. So Eric has gone out very, very fast. He didn't have a great qualifying effort. I think he started right behind me in 8th, but he has gotten to the point and he has checked out by like 3/4 of a second or more, it looks like. So doing quite well. Gavin's starting to fight back a little bit, all over Colton there for 2nd spot. Leighton has dropped off a little bit from those guys. We still have about a half a second or so behind us. We're there or thereabouts with the lap times the leader is doing, so I feel okay about it. Again, if we are doing 50 laps, we're just about halfway through this tire run. I don't think we're in great shape. I don't feel fast. I feel like I've burned the right front a little bit too much, but it's not awful. We're still getting it turned into the corner pretty well. Just a little bit of brake drag there on entry. Still setting quite nicely. No snap exit oversteer yet, so I'm enjoying it. I'm quite excited for this. Again, even if it turns into a crapshoot, I'm having fun and hopefully again learning. So I'm glad, because I drove this car when I drove it at like Dover and Darlington this past week. I really was wondering if I was washed oval-wise, just because I don't have any sense of feeling anymore with all the setup shops and be open. I don't have any sense of if I'm actually fast or not, because it's all, you know, people that have way more free time and way more talent, obviously building with pro teams and stuff than I've got. And so I didn't know if I like couldn't build with them or couldn't drive with them or both, or forgot how to drive and the sets were pretty good, or what, because I know a lot of people have had good runs on sets that I've built, but not me. So yeah, not exactly sure what it was. I thought maybe I was just washed on the big ovals and forgot how to drive at a track that was more than a mile long essentially, but it doesn't appear to be the case. Again, still not the fastest, still not the best by any means, but I mean, we're almost 30 laps into this thing, and I can still see some of the leaders and some guys that are 5K plus. So if we're doing that, we can't be awful. Maybe not great, but we're not doing ass. So we're doing okay. I'm very proud of this run so far. I'm hoping that we can again just finish it out now that we've gotten this far in and are doing okay and can get a top 10 run out of this. That would be a big success for sure. So coming up towards 30 laps in, which will be 50 to go. We're at 52 to go right now. Tires still feeling okay. Handling is good. These cars do move around quite a lot just naturally because they don't have a whole ton of aero or anything. They do feel a little bit flimsy almost is a good word for it. But not uncontrollable, not wrecking, not you know, drastic or anything. Just enough where you have to pay attention to it and be on your toes, and you can't do too much messing around, looking around, worrying about all sorts of other stuff. You do have to be focused to drive this car with any kind of pace. So that's a good thing, though. That's what it should be. It's a cup car. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be aggressive. Definitely supposed to be something you have to work for and try for. I don't think a lot of people are running the bottom of 1 and 2 anymore. I'm still very comfortable down there getting my nose in. I don't feel like I'm shoving the nose. Again, even if we do burn up the front tires here, that's another reason we want to go to lap, 45 or 50 if we can, because it is very, very difficult to find lap time and push towards the end of a race when you can't even get to halfway and have your tires on. So all the guys that pit on 40 then are going to try to come out and go harder and have even less tire after the pit stop than they do before. So it's all very complicated. I think that top line of 1 and 2 is definitely making up ground on us. They're getting big runs down the backstretch. I'm just not sure if that's beneficial for tires and if we're going to try to go another 15 laps or so. Remains to be seen if that's the way to do it. Looks like Gavin is starting to run Eric back down again at the point. We're getting caught a little bit by the cars behind, but more so just they're running probably a little bit harder than I am, or again they have a little bit more front tire left, JP especially. I know he's very fast, very talented, and he was making up ground there just a little bit ago. Alan and Warren and them still battling back behind us for 7th, 8th, 9th, so just having to wait just a touch to get the nose settled into turn 3. It's not bad, but it's just enough where it's hurting me for sure. But we're getting towards halfway, so we're doing okay here. Absolutely thrilled that we're still in the top 5, even if we don't stay here. Looks like Gavin's gone back to the lead past Eric. Yeah, just having to wait just a touch longer than I'd like to on throttle in 3 and in 1 actually. Just can't quite get the nose to point just quite like I'd like. I mean, we're doing okay, but definitely starting to use up that right front tire, but that's not a bad thing because again, we're 10 to 15 laps from a pit stop regardless, so if you're going to use it, you might as well use it. Haven't come to pit road under green in this yet. I just thought about that, the fact that we are going to have to potentially do a green flag pit stop here before too terribly long. Haven't done one of those yet. No idea what the car stops like. I'd assume not very well. These are still very heavy cars with big brakes, and again, they don't have a lot of aero to help you slow down, so just have to see. A couple pit stops starting for guys towards the back. Starting to catch Colton late in a little bit, but more so I think Colton's starting to fall off. He said he just bought the car. Good battle for the lead though, Eric coming back at Gavin, it looks like. I don't know what the move is here for strategy as far as pit stops and when you want to put tires on. Trying to make pit stop adjustments as we're going. That's always very dangerous in the car this fast. We got away with it. Again, we still have a little bit of gap and buffer to the guys behind, so we're good. I am just going to fill it with fuel to make sure that we don't change the handling characteristics too much. Should be able to get 2 cans of fuel in the time it takes to get 4 tires, I would think. Even if it doesn't though, I'd rather come back out and have it feel the same. So again, we're there or thereabouts with the leader. We're only about 3 or 3.5 seconds back, so actually pretty pleased with it. Seems like Colton is running up high, and he's gaining a lot of time down the straights, a 10th or 2, but losing maybe half of that or a little more on entry by sliding up the hill on those front tires. So, oh, there's full course yellow, or just a caution because this is oval. Someone's dead. Keeps us from having to make pit stop. Looks like they're wrecked back for about 20th or so, 18th maybe. So unfortunate, but that was a really, really good run. That'll take us to halfway. Everybody will get a tire reading here. Push their tires on, then we'll have one more set to go for everybody, so that's all right. Pretty happy with that. Actually quite happy with that. So now we just got to go do it again. Same thing. No pressure, right? Most of the field kind of stayed together there. Nobody really went forwards or backwards too terribly much. And my tires were happy there too, but I think Bryce's were probably happier. He really had backed up there, so. But again, we weren't too terribly far away from pit stops, so. But we'll come in here. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's fun. I think we'll be all right. Get a nice smooth pit stop. Don't have to worry about green flag stops today, so that's all right. Again, we are starting, I think other than Eric, we are starting in front of, or behind all these guys, so pit box will be quite a ways down here. Into our box very nicely, nice and straight. We got in there. Tilbury is doing, I don't know what, 58.68, so we definitely used more right front, except Colton. So we used a little bit too much right front there, as I kind of expected. We're going to be 5th again, though, so that's all right. So that's kind of what I found at Dover and Darlington as well. I was in the ballpark, but used a little bit too much right front tire. So we had a lot of right rear tire though, so I think I'm doing okay. Pace-wise, I just got to learn how to get the car a little better on that right rear. But again, that'll come with some time, hopefully. Guys behind did have better tire wear, so we did, what, 37 laps there, so we're going to have about that to go. Going to be, what, 40 to go on the restart, so. So yeah, we're doing okay. I definitely have to protect that right front a little bit if I can, but we'll see. So yeah, we'll restack them and go again as we get to the halfway marker here. Dylan, I don't know what Dylan was doing there. He came down and rolled through pit road, might have missed pit road, but that's all right. So he'll get a wave here. We will be on the, what is it, single file, I would assume. Yep, single file, cool. I was ready for it to be double file, and I was like, wait, no, this is 20 years ago rules, single file, everybody up on the fence coming to the restart, which is good, how it should be. Nothing stupid, nothing to worry about. I think it's single file lapped in line, because single file lapped to the inside is broken, so just gotta keep that one in mind if there are lap cars in the mix, that they are going to be splitting some of us up like it was kind of in real life, so other than putting it to the inside, of course. So regardless, we'll be halfway here, we'll be at 40 to go. Guys that had good tires around us were Bryce, a couple back, Warren, a couple back. Caden was fast there for a little bit. A couple of guys made pit stops there. Robert was one of them. Ian was fast at the short run and fell back some. Nick's still running 20th, and then a couple lappers in there. So Chad might have been in that, unfortunately, that accident. But. So yeah, we're going to be at 40 down, 40 to go. Pretty pleased with that. That was a nice kind of 20-something minute, 37 lap run. So we just gotta find a way to go do the same thing over again. So let's refocus. We got 40 to go. We're at cross flags, and we'll see if we can do a little bit better job on that right front this time. Knock on wood, please and thank you. Actually, let's go down on the brake bias just a little bit, and we'll try this. All right, let's go again. Course field is going to spread out quite a bit with single file restart. Nice cloud cover, some good shade coming in here. Going to change track quite a bit, tighten this up. Again, that's why I want full fuel so that we didn't get too tight, knowing this car already kind of shoves the nose a little bit. Nice and patient, nice and gentle. Also could have been as simple as we used a little bit too much tire making those couple passes. That could have been that. So maybe we're not as far off as I think we are. The guys ahead, although they were battling amongst themselves, they were all kind of battling amongst themselves at a consistent pace where we had to run quite a bit harder for 2 or 3 laps there. So maybe I'm just talking myself into it to give me an excuse, but feel like we're there or thereabouts. Again, Colton ran out of tires there about 30 to 35 laps into that run, so we'll just have to keep that in mind as far as a pace metric. Fortunately, Chad disconnects. Car 17 is done for the day. Must have been in that accident. Colton's definitely backed up a little more. He's going actually quite a bit softer than he did that first run. Probably, again, just wary of the tire wear. Understandable, makes sense, but he's still plenty fast enough to be in front of me. So we'll just keep hanging out and chilling here. See how much Alan, JP, and the rest of the crew around us decide they want to go. Bryce is going to go into full save mode again, knowing he was really strong at the end of that previous run. Again, strategy kind of goes out the window because we all pit the exact same lap, which is okay, that happens. So now Colton and I go ahead to watch those front 3 do some battling as we try to hang out and conserve a little bit more. All 3 of them had better tires than I did, but of course we were semi-significantly better than Colton was, but he was too far ahead there for the short run. So tough to learn what those front 3 guys are doing from back here, of course, but I can go watch them later and see what they're doing differently than what I'm doing. Just gotta keep doing the same thing though, because it was working good enough. So Bryce back there at 8th spot, kind of holding up that train. He's kind of the caboose, if you would say so. Warren's gotten by him now. That's for 8th spot. But they've already lost again about 1.3 seconds. The draft isn't super strong on intermediate tracks in these, but it is some. So definitely going to hurt Warren to have to try to chase back down into that wake zone from the couple of us here in this group. Group of 3, group of 4, and then a gap back to Warren, excuse me. So we're in good shape. Again, cloud cover is going to tighten us up a little bit, so we do have to be careful of that. We're making more grip, we're going faster. So it is going to threaten us to shove the nose a little bit. Who knows, we may not be done with yellows yet, so just got to keep that in the back of mind as well. We do have a set of tires laying yet, so that'll be important if and when we get another yellow. If it comes now, you might not want to put them on. I think most everybody will, but someone might save some just for the end and be Superman, which would indeed make them Superman. They'd be flying if they put tires on with like 10 to go and the rest of us are on 30 lap tires. But who knows? Just trying to wait on that nose as long as I dare. Going at there, looks like Lane's gonna get to the front, I think, for the first time in this race. He might have got the apron there and gotten loose. Really checked up right in front of Gavin there. Again, this car like doesn't mind being driven pretty hard, and you kind of have to drive it hard to get to do what you want, but you just don't want to slide it. You don't want to abuse it. So it is quite peculiar. Again, quite tricky. Obviously, it's very, very difficult to get all of it, as finding watching me lug it around poorly, or semi-poorly at least, but it is quite a bit of fun. It is a great teaching tool, and again, most importantly, it is mega fun. So we'll get better as time goes on, hopefully, because if we get any worse than this, I'm not going to be anywhere near the front of anything. So, again, certain tracks will suit me. I don't think this is one of them, but I thought we could run top 10, which we've done so far. So I'm pretty happy with that. Putting a good gap back on Warren in 8th place here with about 27, 28 to go. Of course, he can eat all that back up when he gets to going towards the end of the race and he's on tires. Has some stuff saved to run, but for now, content, in a good spot. Haven't made any critical errors yet. Nothing too wild. Trying to keep it on that right rear weight-wise. I don't think I'm doing a very good job, especially in 3 and 4. But again, at some point, you're just going to use the tires and you just say, okay, how do we manage them instead of how do we completely shift the balance? So if you can't be on the right rear, you might as well at least be gentle on the right front. Is my logic for this. So. Guys in front starting to get away just a little bit. I think that the two behind here, Alan and JP, are content to just ride around the pace I am right now. Again, I think they could both go a little harder if they wanted to, but I am just chilling out right now, trying to make sure we stay in touch, because again, last 25 laps here, the guys that are behind there, 8th on back, saving some tire, they are going to be flying up through here these last 5 to 10 laps, probably, maybe more than that, depending on when they decide to go. But they're going to have a long way to go. They're going to overheat their stuff getting up to us, and we have to have something to fight with when they do. So we know they're going to make a charge, otherwise you wouldn't bother saving. The key is how much can they charge and what do we have left to fight with in defense, hopefully. So. I think I'm overdriving just slightly, especially into 3, but I don't think it's bad, so I'm not gonna do something drastically different. I think I'm entering a little bit too high into 1, trying to drag the tire back down across the surface to get a little bit of a late apex. It's like a 60 apex right now, so it's not awful, but again, inside 25 to go now, so we're getting towards crunch time. We can still see the leaders. Who knows? They could really start mixing it up, burn through their tires. Maybe have some contact. One of them hits the wall. You never know. So we gotta stay close, stay in contention, not hit the wall ourselves, not overdo it ourselves, because we're not going to drive up past these guys we saw from the first run. So got to make sure we finish this out by running or finishing around where we run, and we ran again 5th to 7th most of this race. So. If you haven't taken a look for the lead on Eric on the bottom, that's going to be a tough pass unless you really want to attack and use some tire. Guys behind, 8th on back, still haven't fired off at us to try to run us back down really hard. They're still sitting about 3 seconds behind where JP is now. I guess I just missed Alan in the mirror. Looks like just this lap he's taken that position. So now Alan right behind us, JP back to 7th, and then still another 3 seconds back to Warren and the rest of this crew. But we're at 20 to go, so feel okay about my pace here. Now I'm gonna get a big run on the top. Sorry about that. Just slid the rears just ever so slightly. I wasn't trying to fight him, I was trying to leave him a lane. It's so hard because you need the racetrack to get off your corner. Alan trying to run quite hard there on the top, make some lap time, understandable. Just not gonna fight him, let him go. Tuck back in, back to P6, but again, that's still okay. We lost a little bit of time there. A couple tenths of a second we lost back to Warren, the rest of the crew, Bryce, and then behind. If Alan's still gonna run that top and leave me in the bottom with some clean air, that's perfectly fine with me. And again, we're down to like 18 to go, so they're gonna have to fire here before too terribly long. Again, we'll see if we can have something these last 5-10 laps to fight back at Alan, but for right now, content to just hang out. Let him kind of set our pace. Obviously, we're still running okay. Couple guys a little bit free up there at the front. Warren's starting to make inroads, a tenth or so. Bryce as well. $16 more. JP all over the back of us. Starting to build a little snappy free as we're trying to push a little bit harder here, but still nothing crazy. Definitely just driving harder. We're definitely starting to use those tires, but now that we're at 15 to go, now is the time. Definitely time to go, so we'll see what kind of charge Warren and Bryce can make on us. Turn the car down the hill on the right rear. Try to line up some exit speed. It's going okay, it feels okay. It's not great, but it's going okay. Still feeling good handling-wise, just missing that little bit of speed, a little bit of tactility that I need. We're doing okay, so I'm happy with it. Again, we'll get a tire check here after the race, which will be good to kind of compare, especially since we're going a little harder here. So still in good shape. Bryce has not started attacking yet because he's fallen back to almost 4 seconds now behind us. Looks like Alan's still making lap time, but he's struggling a little bit with his tires. So 13 laps, obviously 2 car lengths. We can try to attack him right at the end if he keeps having some handling issues, but for now I'm content. Getting pretty good exits right now, though. We're definitely getting off the corner decently well. It's a good looking paint scheme Alan's got here, though. Alan's definitely using that right front tire to get into 3 quite hard. He's just about matching me center exit, so that's still okay. So hard to build runs. Trying to make sure we don't slide the nose at all. Don't want to be anywhere near him. I saw him wiggle there, so we'll just take the 1X. Make sure he's good. Last thing we want to do, obviously, is make contact. Definitely costing ourselves time here. Warren's going to run right up on all of us, but of course it is a race, so. I think we have to fight this. I think that this is the spot right here, so. Definitely hard to drive when we're pinching off like that. It's a lot of fun, though. A lot of fun. It's very difficult. Don't know how we're supposed to make a pass. We're both so even sliding around with all 4 tires. As soon as we get some clean air and can open an entry, we can make some time on the bottom, but it's just so difficult. Yeah, we build good momentum. I mean, we seem to have a little better exit in hand. Actually got to the throttle really well that time. We can't quite hold it down there with full throttle. We got off a 2 pretty well. Again, you just need so much racetrack to get off a 4. This reminds me a lot of Matt Kenseth in the 2004 All-Star race. He's trying to pass Ryan Newman. Just needed more track than he had to make the pass, so. Another good run off of 2 that time. He's going to get that top run down the back. Really good fight here, though, for fifth spot. We're kind of just trapping JP back there to just hang out and wait, essentially. But definitely running harder now. Definitely boiling those fronts big time. We're going to just get clear. We're going to take the racetrack because I knew we were going to get clear that time and couldn't afford to stay side by side. Dylan's sliding around all over the place. He might be on really old tires or something. Well, that's back to P5. That was a hell of a fight with Alan there. We definitely let JP and Warren just hang out there, so it might be that we're both going to be sitting ducks here, but the longer Alan fights those guys off behind, the more chance I have to just stay up here. 4.5 laps left. What a great fight. That was a dog fight, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. So really good battling there. At this point, 3.5 or whatever, 4 to go. We might as well just use the tires. So definitely roasting them now. I can feel the front. We're dragging the front across the surface, which is the cardinal sin of this tire. But we have to. There's, again, 4 to go, whatever. So we're not worried about pit stops or anything. Trying to make lap time as much as I dare. We're trying to run up half a lane just to protect our exits. Warren's still about 1.5 seconds back. Definitely can build some good momentum out there, though. It feels really nice when you get it right, but it's scary to enter that hard. Not know if the nose is going to cooperate with you. It is quite fun, and again, I'm sure that we're going to just absolutely smoked this right front tire off with all this battling here the last 15 laps, but it was fun and it was worth it. It was definitely an amazing battle. We'll see if JP is able to get by Alan as well, or if it's going to just be a nice close finish for 6th and 7th. Definitely struggling with the right front 3 and 4, but that's okay. We're at 2 to go, popsicle sticks. I would assume we don't have green white checkers in this per 2004 rules, but regardless, we'll be coming back to the white here. So Leighton and Colton, not too far up the road. I'm pretty proud of my effort for keeping them in sight, again, around that 2-second mark. Eric was mega fast, as was Gavin, so they're right up at the front battling for this one. Looks like Eric's going to get the nod unless he makes a mistake on this last lap or something. Very, very fun. White flag, Credit One Bank. Sponsor me, please, so I can buy Gavin a Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper for inviting me to be a part of this. Very, very pleased with this result. Again, wanted to run kind of top 10. If we can finish single digits, awesome, but we're going to get 5th out of it, which is a mega run. I'm very, very pleased with that. We did everything I want to do, learned a lot, had a lot of fun, ran pretty competitively, and definitely had some good racing, which is what I wanted to find in a league that had Gen 4. So off turn 4, I'm properly sweaty now, but we will come through and we will finish P5. Very, very pleased with that. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was definitely fun.
Great battle at the front for those guys. Less than a second separating them. 0.3 between the Leighton and Colton. We finished 4.1 seconds off the win in P5.
I'm melting my right front off trying to get past me.
Whew, that was fun.
Nice job, everybody. Gavin, this is my first time racing with you guys. I had a great time.
man, gotta send Alan a message there. That was properly fun, properly exhausting.
Big win too, bud.
Yeah, thanks for joining. That was actually a really fun race.
That was a mega fun race. Oh,
Yeah,
my
thanks, Kevin. I had a
freaking
great time.
wrists and my elbow, man. Did not race with my elbow brace. Not that I was going to anyways, but I am feeling it, but it was so worth it. Oh, I can't wait to see my tires. I'm sure they're about
Good job,
40,
Eric.
50. 57.61. So actually,
Thanks,
my tires were better there. I don't know if the track got cooler. It probably did some, but
Yeah, all right, yeah, like
57.61, my
you said,
tires were
times
actually
look
better than the
fine.
58.68, technically. I was on the right rear more, at least, so if nothing else, that's a thing. But,
Yeah, I recognize you.
whew, I am sweaty, man. That was a lot of work. Bryce ended up 9th. Nick drove all the way back for a top 10. That's a good result, especially since he was like 20th there on that first run. So our tire wear wasn't actually that bad. I did a much better job that time, at least keeping it off the right rear, or off the right front. We used more right rear for sure by a metric ton.
I do better when I'm in a race with a lot less BS.
But you know, that was definitely one of those where I at least learned and applied it, and that's what my goal was. Every single race, just need to learn, apply it, and be a little bit better, and then we'll end up in a right spot where we need to be. So there's our results there. As you can see, we can scroll through them, see how everybody did. Definitely learned a lot, had a lot of fun, and was definitely a good one. So let's go check out the results real quick. 5 lead changes, pretty good. Just the one caution, just shy of a 3K SOF. We weren't fast, of course. We were not trying to be fast. We were just trying to hang out and save. Leighton led the one lap, but otherwise it was all Eric and Gavin at the front. Again, Eric flew up from starting right behind me, went past us immediately, and flew through. We get a solid top 5. I'm not complaining about that at all. Again, we wanted a single-digit finish, and we did that by a lot. So we were good where we needed to be. I did pick up the 1X driving through the turf there. In a field of top 8 being all 0X other than me, that's pretty embarrassing, especially because I'm me. But again, a lot of guys looks like picked up a 1X there. I was just trying to make sure we didn't hit. I did not hit Alan because that would have been the last of the things that I wanted to do. So I enjoyed that a lot. I hope you did as well. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you are new. I very much appreciate it. Thank you all so much for all your love and support. Very excited to hopefully again get some more good racing in with these guys. I really enjoyed my time, and we'll just have to keep chugging along and be a little better next week. So I appreciate you all so much. That's gonna be it. Till next time, as always. All right, bye.